Layne, the baseball season's taken kind of a positive turn here lately. Winning 2 out of 3 at East Central was a good step. How was the weekend series at East Central for you?
It was fun. Definitely good to get the series win against them coming back from last year. You know, they swept us. I think we won one against them. And so going to their place and beating them, 2 out of the 3 times was really good.
Yeah.
And starting to play really good baseball too. It was a solid weekend of baseball.
That's what I keep thinking, is that we've maybe turned a corner here. Has there been anything specific that has kind of helped turn that corner?
Yeah, so Coach Hillerman and all the coaches, they preach just trust the process. Don't really look forward to don't look towards the results.
Right.
And so we know we put in the work, and coming off of last year, we're ready to play ball, and we're just trusting the process right now, and it's going pretty good for us.
Well, so trust the process for you means what? What are you working on? What do you have to do daily?
Daily, it's just a lot of hitting, a lot of ground balls, taking care of myself. Just knowing that, I've been doing this for a long time, and
Right.
just trust that I can go out there and play
Yeah.
to the best ability that I can.
I'm fascinated that you said taking care of yourself, because it's a new deal, even though you're into it for a couple of years now. But making sure you're ready to play, whether it's physically, mentally, that's not easy.
Yeah, it's definitely hard going, from high school to college. It's a whole different level of competition.
Right.
You're on the road, for us it's 3-4 days out a week, sometimes even more. And, just being able to have, just like the mentality that all these baseball players have, that
Right.
it's really tough, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
What do you think is the single biggest difference between high school and college?
So I came from a pretty big high school, and I played about the same amount of games that I do here in a year, but just the competition is insane.
Right.
In high school, you mess up, a lot. You're still going to be that guy. Here, you've got 3 other dudes that are coming for your position.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely.
it's either, fight and perform, or you don't.
Competitor enter
Yeah.
into this? Are you a strong competitor?
I like to think so, yeah. I don't like to lose, and when I lose, I don't take it very easily.
Right. Where'd you get that?
Probably my mom. My mom is definitely a very good competitor.
Well, tell me about her, if you would.
Yeah, so my mom, she's a strong lady. My best friend. She really pushed me the hardest in high school, and growing up, she was always there. She definitely is the reason why I am still playing college baseball.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would be. But she definitely pushed me the hardest to become the best player that I can.
Was she the kind of mom that would kick you in the behind, or be really nice to you and understand? And did she have technical advice?
She definitely let me know when I messed up, but more like constructive criticism, I would say. But she was always in my corner. I'd get done with a bad game or something. I'd go 0 for 4, and she'd be like, "It's okay, just trust it. You got it. Tomorrow's a new day."
Sure.
And that's one thing she did tell me a lot, is tomorrow's a new day. And in the heat of the moment, I can't see that as well as she does,
Yeah.
or other people, and it just frustrates me. But at the end of the day, she's right, and there is always a new day, and there's always going to be that next AB or that next play.
Right. Tell me about, if you would, the rest of your family. Your siblings, anybody?
So I come from a big family. I've got 2 older sisters and 2 littler brothers. So my 2 little brothers, they both play baseball. One's in 5th grade, and one's a sophomore in high school. And then my 2 older sisters, my oldest, she has 2 little kids, a boy and a girl. Amelia, she was just born about 6-7 months ago.
Nice.
And then Grayson, he's 5. And then Jordan, she's 23, and she has a 2-year-old.
Wow. So you get to be big uncle every now and then, right?
Yeah.
How about school? What are you doing in school? What do you want to do with your skills as an academician after school, after baseball's over?
So hopefully I can continue baseball another 2 years, wherever. And I want to be a coach and a teacher.
There you go.
I want to be a teacher since I was in 8th grade for some reason. I just find it fascinating. Right now, I'm taking just getting my AA transfer.
Okay.
And yeah, whatever's next, I know that I'm going to be teaching.
Right.
So
Right.
going into education.
Is it stressful to not know where you're going next year? It doesn't sound like you've signed with anybody.
Yeah. So in the beginning of the season, I had a couple schools reach out, a lot of interest, a lot of talk, but nothing really stable. And I would say probably the first 3 or 4 weeks, me and Coach were talking, and he was like, "You got to stop stressing yourself out so much about the signing." And I was like, "I know, I'm trying," but it's always that thought in the back of your head, you know, what if you don't have a place to go?
Yeah.
And so I would say about 3 weeks ago is really where I was just like, I'm going to go as hard as I can, you know, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
So control what I can control, and that's something that I can't, so.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good history with placing people, so
Yeah.
I think that's at least in your favor.
Yeah, so one of my buddies is at Northwestern right now, Noah Bodenhausen.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And
How's he doing?
He's doing good. I've been talking to him a little bit. He said it's hard, but
Yeah.
you know, baseball, it's a fun part. So I'm not too worried about it right now. And you know, the closer it gets, you know, I may start to worry a little bit.
Sure.
But other than that, I'm just gonna play baseball.
Right, right. You watch Major League Baseball at all?
A little bit. Yeah.
Do you? What's your feeling about the new pitch clock and all that kind of stuff?
I think it's good and bad. I like how quick the games go now.
Yeah.
I was looking at an overlay the other day, and I think it was 2 years ago, 1 AB took 3 ABs now in the MLB.
Was that right?
And yeah, but again, you know, with the new pitch clock, you only get 20 seconds.
No.
Same thing with the batter, you have to be in before I think it's 8 seconds or something.
Yeah.
With a pitcher, you can only pick off twice.
Yeah, that's the weirdest one to
So
me.
yeah, that's the weirdest one because now you're going to see everybody stealing bases that don't usually steal bases. So,
Right.
but it doesn't really. I mean, I think it's a good thing for the game.
Yeah.
Make it go faster.
Supposedly, we have these rules in college also, but they're just not enforced. Of course, we don't have the electronics to enforce it. but-
We have the pitch clock, and we do get, you know.
Do you really?
violated. Yeah, we do get violated for the pitch clock, and that's one thing that we work as a team is being quick.
Right.
You know, as soon as you get the ball, get on the rubber, your 20-second start.
Yeah.
And we've came across it, even last year it was happening. We've came across it once or twice this year. This past weekend, one of my teammates, Alan, he actually got violated for 20 seconds.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they just had a ball. Usually they'll give you a warning, but sometimes you'll get that.
Just go straight to it.
Yeah, that'll go straight to it. So
Okay, when it's all said and done for you, North Central, what's going to be the memory that sticks with you the most?
the guys, for sure. Especially last year, staying in the dorms, having access to the, you know, everybody was in the same hall, everybody was in the same dorms. It was hectic, but it was a lot of fun. But that's one of them. I would say my favorite, though, are our bus rides.
Yeah.
Our bus rides are so much fun. It's just, I love traveling because of it.
Yeah.
So-
Keeping in mind this is kind of meant for families, can you tell a lot of what goes on the bus?
Yeah. Yeah. So we play a game right now that we're really, every time we get on the road, it's Mafia.
Mafia!
Yeah, so it's basically like a game where you have to find out who is the bad people. So the
Gotcha.
Mafia is the bad people, and then you have the townies and the cops and, you know, just the good people.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we will play that for, if it's a 10-hour bus ride, we'll probably play for the 8 hours.
Isn't
we're
that
on it.
something?
And our coach gets in on it, Coach Fry, and it's fun. Everybody's in on it. We have probably 15, 20 people at a time playing.
Right,
it.
right.
So that'll be my best memory from here and playing that.
Yeah, well, you're one of the good people also. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
Layne Rutherford has been with us here between games. Don't have to do anything. Game 2 is coming up, so just stay with us here, and in a few minutes we'll get to Game 2. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.